Oh man, this is so great. Look at that.
Stupid logo.
That's better. Marvelous.
Yeah, that's better. You can eat it.
Oh, this is so great. Hello everyone, and welcome to Chris's collection. We are playing Conker's Bad Fur Day for Nintendo 64. Oh boy, do I have a story to tell you. I do. Oh man, I do. No, wait, go back. I want to actually... This is so crazy because I was playing this on N64 recently. I'm sorry, on Xbox. It became an Xbox backwards compatible game. So there's a two-part story to this game. And I'm going to tell both parts. Well, actually, there's a three story. So let me start at the beginning. This was a game that a lot of people kind of didn't really buy, I feel, for N64. Or it kind of became more of like a cult classic kind of thing. Because this was in 2000, I believe it was released, and like we knew the GameCube was around the corner, and like the Dreamcast was out, and subsequently out the door, sadly. What was it? The PS2 was out. So it was kind of like everyone was like, yeah, man, that's cool and all, but like, I guess Conker, whatever. I actually think this was in 2001. Actually, this came out. I think so. Anyway, basically, it was like out the door, like N64, and everyone was kind of looking to the future. So no one really cared about this. And Conker was funny because we had seen it, like Conker 64 we had seen, and there's like all sorts of other shit. So we had like known about Conker, but
Conker.
it just, we didn't really focus on it, or I don't know. So anyway, my friend Alex, who I mentioned in the last video, he had this game, and he would show it to me, and he showed me like the drunken skeleton, scarecrow at the beginning, Condex, that dude. And I thought, oh my god, this is such a fucking cool game, but I never bought it because, again, I had a PS2 and I had all this other shit, and I was just so focused on the future, like the GameCube, that I kind of just didn't care in a way. So that was story one. That's how I first discovered it. Now, story two, how I bought it, not that interesting, but I'll say it anyway. Basically, I got to a point in my life where I was really into like retro collecting. My dad, for one of the Christmases, my parents had bought me a Retron 3. And I thought that was so cool. For Retron 3, I had access to all these old games I owned that were just sitting there, and I didn't have the original consoles for them. And I just thought, oh my god, this is so fucking cool. I could like play these games now, like, in some form. And really that began my kind of like, if you want to call it spiral or whatever, to it, that, continued forward and did all this. Of collecting retro games. So I made a huge list of like stuff I wanted for like every console that I owned, you know what I mean? Or that I'd collected games for, like stuff I might have missed. And when I wrote N64, when I started writing that one down, this was one of the games on there. I'm like, oh hell yeah, I gotta get this, man. This is so fucking cool. And I bought it, and I played it, and I thought it was great. I mean, now it's kind of cool because the rare collection, or what is it, rare replay, came out on Xbox One, so like you can play this game so much more easier. But this was before that came out, and I bought it, and I was like, oh my god, this is so fucking cool. Now the third story, this is kind of a fucked up story, and I swear to god it is 100% true. But so my wife, who was my fiance at the time, we lived with my parents for a little bit. It was like I was finishing up grad school. We were about to move out. My wife was working, and she was saving up money, and we were going to buy a house or whatever, which we ended up... It's this house, the apartment that we live in. And so we were saving up, and my wife had to. This was 2 jobs ago, I believe. She was working for this startup company, and she had to go to, I believe it was San Francisco, on a work trip. And I was so proud of her. I'm like, oh my god, that's so fucking cool. You get to go to San Francisco. You're gonna like, that's so cool, man. Like, I'm so happy for you. And I was doing an internship at the time, and I was fucking miserable. I did not like my internship at all. And so I was pretty sad. And so my sister and I had decided that the weekend Rebecca went away, and not because she was away, but because I was going to be lonely, we would hang out. And then hanging out led to us, I don't know how the hell we got to this point, but we decided, hey man, let's acquire some hash brownies. Let's get some edibles and let's eat them and let's get fucking high. And like watch a movie. I think we were gonna see Spider-Man, the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, and I'm like, hell yeah! And I'm like, and we'll play Conker's Bad Fur Day because I had just gotten it. And so we ended up the edibles we got. They were 3 little tiny mini brownies. They kind of looked like little bites, but they had presumably drugs in them. And so we were told have half of one. And wait an hour and see what happens. And if nothing happens, then eat another half, wait an hour, see what happens. So there were 3 brownies, meaning that we each got a whole brownie, and then we got the third one and we cut it in half. So we had a brownie and a half. So I ate the half brownie. I was playing Conker's Bad Fur Day, waiting for it to kick in. We were all hanging out. An hour later, nothing fucking happened. I was like in the shit place or whatever. No, I wasn't fighting the shit demon. I can't remember what I was doing, but nothing happened. And I'm like, this bullshit, man. And my sister was like, really? Nothing happened? I'm like, nothing fucking happened. And she's like, damn. So I said, fuck this. And I got the other brownie. Oh my god, gameplay. And I shoved it in my mouth. I ate all my share. I'm not fucking making this up. Within moments, it hit me. And I became extremely giggly. And I was playing Conker. And I'm like, oh, this game is so fucking great. And then my sister was like, oh, man. Like, basically, my sister, I don't want to say the word freaked out, but I think, like, she got a little bit scared for a moment. And then I started freaking out. And then, look, basically to make a long story short, we both had a horrible night. And the next day, I woke up and I actually was normal high from waking up. That's how much I had. And basically the next day, I ended up playing Conker high, and it was okay. I mean, it's a good game to play while stoned, but I was like really badly stoned. Like I put something down and I walk away and I forget it's there high. So basically, to anyone watching, if you guys are ever interested in doing edibles, just follow the instructions. Don't be a fool. Stay in school. But seriously, just don't do what I did, because that was fucking stupid. But yeah, that was the 3 stories of Conker. I hope you guys found them amusing. Guys, this is... I can't believe I haven't played anything yet. Look at this. I walked. That's all I did, but I'm done. I have no more stories, and I have so many things to record. So I'm going to go ahead and stop here, but thank you guys so much for watching. We will be back next week with some more Chris's collection, so be on the lookout for that. It's going to be more N64 fun. It should be fun. But alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Take care.
Press B.